Hi, I'm Adam Yenser, and welcome to the Cancelled News, winner of 0 Peabody Awards for Excellence in Journalism. Please be sure to like and subscribe. I'd love to get enough followers that I too can host a PlayStation 5 giveaway that devolves into a violent riot. And come see me live. I'll be performing with Kenan and Floyd at Gold Country Casino in Oroville, California on August 31st. And I'll be at the Drop Comedy Club in South Bend, Indiana, September 22nd and 23rd. I've been off for a few weeks because I was traveling in Ethiopia and Uganda. It was an incredible trip. I met so many awesome people and saw some amazing sights like lions and elephants and even a pig next to a stay in school sign. I also saw this beautiful rainbow over the Nile River and immediately reported it to the Ugandan government for being gay. I traveled with a humanitarian organization called Children's Hope Chest. They do amazing work by providing kids with leadership courses and education opportunities, and they help their communities start self-sustaining businesses. If you'd like to support them, I'll put the donation link in the description below. Now here's what's in the news. Crime in Oakland, California has become so bad that police told residents to use air horns to alert their neighbors if they're being attacked. And if they're being murdered, they should make a sad sound with a slide whistle. I don't know about this policy. Personally, if my neighbor kept blowing an air horn at night, I'd let him get killed. Lizzo is being sued by several former backup dancers who say she sexually harassed them and created a hostile work environment. Fans were shocked to find out that there were backup dancers behind Lizzo this whole time. One dancer even claims that Lizzo made her eat a banana out of a woman's vagina at a live sex show in Amsterdam. Now, this accusation is obviously fake. There's no way Lizzo let someone else eat something. Luke Valentine, a white contestant on CBS's Big Brother, was kicked off the show for using the N-word on camera. When are people going to learn it is never ever okay for any white person to use the N-word? Except maybe Sammy Sosa. I don't know, that one's confusing. An increasing number of whistleblowers have come forward with testimony and evidence that the US government is hiding information about UFOs and may soon reveal the truth about alien life. Now, some people think all this alien talk is just a distraction to draw attention away from more important stories, but I don't think that's the case. I mean, look at this shocking photo from the FBI's files. Now, it's important to focus on this area up here. You'll see what appears to be a saucer-shaped UFO. Reportedly, this object can travel faster than any known human technology and can make right-angle turns without decelerating. Clearly, this is where we should focus all of our attention until the whole truth is exposed. A judge has thrown out Donald Trump's defamation lawsuit against his rape accuser, E. Jean Carrol. However, her cat is still filing a defamation lawsuit for naming it Vagina.
Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina.
Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced that he and his wife Sophie are getting a divorce. Apparently, she's no longer into black guys. He pulled a reverse Sammy Sosa. The Museum of Pop Culture in Seattle is removing its Harry Potter exhibit due to author J.K. Rowling's, quote, super hateful views on transgenderism. Basically, they're censoring one mythical made-up fantasy world to protect another one. A Ukrainian woman was arrested for her involvement in an assassination attempt against Volodymyr Zelensky. Luckily, he was able to shield himself behind a 4-foot-thick barrier. Chris Christie. After meeting with Zelensky, as a gift, Christie gave him Bon Jovi's handwritten lyrics to the song It's My Life. Zelensky then listened to the song and promised he'd use it to torture prisoners of war. ABC has cast Jerry Turner, a 71-year-old grandfather, as its first Golden Bachelor, though they still haven't decided whether the rose ceremony will be open casket. They've also cast some of the geriatric old ladies who will compete for his affection, 36-year-old Lauren, 37-year-old Tiffany, and Courtney, who's 40. Speaking of the elderly, according to new data, senior citizens are now the fastest growing group of cannabis users in the US, which explains the popular new marijuana-infused Werther's Originals. We've now received another stunning photo leaked from the government's top secret files, and I'd like to see anyone claim that the alien story is just a distraction after you see this. Now you need to ignore everything in the foreground and look back here. This is the part that's important. There appears to be a non-human life form behind the tree. We need to figure out who this foreign entity is, whether he holds any influence over our government, and how much President Biden himself knows about all this. At a recent appearance, Republican Senator Mitch McConnell was booed and told to retire, even though at 81 he's still 70 years shy of a turtle's life expectancy. Yellow Trucking Company, which has been in business for 100 years and employs 30,000 people, filed for bankruptcy and will close. They failed to notice they were in the red because no one at Yellow understands how colors work. I mean, that logo is yellow in the same sense that this guy is black. 3 women in Montana were hospitalized after they were injured in a rare otter attack while rafting on the Jefferson River. Witnesses described the violent attack as adorable. The U.S. was eliminated from the Women's World Cup after retiring star Megan Rapinoe missed a crucial penalty kick. Rapinoe says she plans to use her retirement learning to play soccer. A zoo in China is denying accusations that its Asian sun bear is actually a man in a costume. Even the bear itself insisted, "I'm not a man in a costume." Speaking of China, we just got a newly declassified photo that was taken by the US government in China. This one should be concerning to everybody. If you look up here, there's a mysterious cigar-shaped object. Obviously, this is an important story because something like this could potentially kill millions of people around the world. We need to figure out its origin, how it got here, and who in our government knew about it and when. A new study found that dogs evolved earlier than previously thought and may have coexisted with dinosaurs, which would explain how all the dinosaur bones got buried. Maybe it wasn't Satan burying them to trick us after all. Scientists also now believe that dinosaurs went extinct because a pit bull killed their babies. As the WGA strike continues, the actors union SAG-AFTRA has now also gone on strike, which means Hollywood writers and actors are no longer allowed to work, but can keep their day job at Starbucks. Following a similar incident in June, 2 more teenage tourists were caught vandalizing the Colosseum in Rome, and the damage is pretty severe, as you can see from these before and after pictures. A new Democrat-sponsored bill in the House would erase the terms husband and wife from federal law and replace them with the word spouse, or if Ilhan Omar gets her way, sibling. A volunteer research group called Loch Ness Exploration is conducting the largest search for the Loch Ness Monster in 50 years. This is amazing. We're getting word that they've succeeded and actually obtained photographic evidence of the Loch Ness Monster. Incredible. There's the disgusting monster himself. It's scary to think that he was roaming freely around Scotland this whole time, able to terrorize anyone he wants. Hopefully, in light of all this evidence, the authorities will capture him and put him on display behind bars where he belongs.